Been in New Orleans since 2004, so I mean I come out every single year. It's always a great time to come out, see local music, support local businesses, get great food, have some fun, and enjoy New Orleans. It's like the most beautiful time of the year. So.
French Quarter, for instance, is a great time to enjoy the city, but the city itself does always bring something like. What's your fondest memory of New Orleans in general?
My fondest memory of New Orleans involves my best friend. As a Loyola student, we would always, of course, be uptown, and one of our favorite things to do on Fridays, especially after final exams or we had a stressful week, was to pretty much go into the quarters and have some good time. So one of our favorite things to do, which me and my partner actually just did now, which was pass by, port a call, and grab a monsoon and like literally just walk the streets, just up and down every single street. At that time we knew all the business owners. They thought we were together, and we just played along with it, because in New Orleans that's what you do. You just play along with it. You have a good time. You see the sights, the scenes, listen to the music, get something to eat. And it was over one monsoon, you're having a good time. You're having a good time. So that was always my fondest memory, was just walking around and always being accepted, always being true to myself, and always having, the locals just look at you like, you're your next door neighbor.
So it seems that you might have bragged about New Orleans to some of your friends and your loved ones that probably haven't been to the city yet.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So I was actually born and raised on a hog and cattle ranch, small town, about 3,000 people. And from that, of course, I've been bragging. I've always done that. And now my parents have now sold their house and they're moving to New Orleans. So that's one of the things when you come here, it's either, some people say it's like a love it or hate it city. And yes, it can. The French Quarter can be a city where you can fall into and it becomes a trap, especially if you have any issues and maybe addiction issues. However, you look outside of the French Quarter, even if you do have those issues, it's encompassing of everything. You don't necessarily have to partake in the booze or in the gambling or anything else. You can come and partake in drinking water and having a Coke and still going out and still people having a good experience. So it's a city, once you learn your boundaries and once you learn what you can do, it's a beautiful city, and there's no other city like it.
How would you describe the city to someone you've just met in one word, and why?
One word that I would describe the city would be encompassing. I mean, it's encompassing of everything. No matter what you're looking for, if you're looking for, an African American scene, if you're looking for a Hispanic scene, if you're looking for a gay scene or a straight scene or anything you're looking for, whether it's the Mardi Gras Indians or whether it's taking a ride on a riverboat. And New Orleans is so encompassing of everything. So I would say encompassing. It's one of those cities, yeah.
We're celebrating the tricentennial in May, and it makes you wonder, how do you think New Orleans is going to change after another 100 years?
Hopefully New Orleans will be at its 400-year mark the same as it is now, true to itself, a city that is flourishing, a city that is, no matter what has happened. I remember whenever Katrina happened, or Gustav, or Rita, or Isaac, all of these storms that came through, and it reminds me of like whenever Betsy came through in the 80s. There was one of the things where people wondered what would happen, but New Orleans, the spirit of the culture of the people here in New Orleans is so ingrained into the people that nothing will ever change it. I mean, people come to New Orleans being a newbie, I've lived in upstate New York my entire life, and all of a sudden I come to New Orleans, and a year later they're making gumbo, and they are, boiling crabs, because it's, once you get a taste of it, there's nothing else like it.